Hey everybody, welcome to Jeannie's Dishes. I'm sorry I've been so absent lately, and I think on the last few videos I've said this too. Things have just been really crazy, and I have no makeup on, so forgive the no makeup look. It's Sunday. I am trying to figure out what to make for dinner. And I have some leftover meatballs I made the other day, and I will post the link to the video of my homemade meatballs down below. And I'm going to make a meatball parm wedge or sub, hoagie, depending on what part of the country you're in. That's what it's called, a sandwich, with on mozzarella garlic bread. So what I'm doing right now, I'm heating up my meatballs in some sauce. I'm going to show you guys the process that I'm going to do this in. This is kind of an experiment in ways. I've never made homemade garlic bread before, never mind mozzarella garlic bread. So I'm going to try this, and fingers crossed it looks and tastes delicious. So can't go bad with garlic bread, right? So here we go. So I have my meatballs and my sauce just simmering in a pot here. I'm melting 1 stick of butter, and to that butter I've minced up 2 cloves of garlic. This is pretty big cloves. If yours is a little smaller, you might want to do 3. And we're going to melt all that in here. So my garlic bread is in here, or my garlic is in here with the butter. Sorry, it's kind of steaming up here. So I'm going to let this all melt together. The garlic is going to flavor the butter, and then I'll show you how I'm going to assemble the bread and the meatballs eventually. So another thing I'm going to do is preheat my oven to about 400. Now this is just to toast the bread, and eventually what I'm going to do is toast the bread, put the butter on, put the mozzarella cheese on it, put that in the oven, let the cheese melt, take it out. I'm going to put the meatballs on there, put more mozzarella cheese on the top, put it back in the oven, let the cheese melt, and we should have a delicious, delicious sub sandwich hoagie. Let's see. Okay, the butter is melted and the garlic has infused in the butter. It is smelling amazing. So what I'm going to do is take some of this and dab it on my cut pieces of bread. This is just regular French bread, nothing crazy. I'm doing this with one hand, so I'm not doing a very good job, I think. But you get the idea. And I'm going to put the mozzarella on after. So let me just finish these 2 loaves up, or pieces, and I will be right back. Alright, so I just have some shredded mozzarella in the bag already. Of course you can buy fresh mozzarella and shred it yourself. And of course you can buy frozen garlic bread and skip all this, but I think it tastes better if you do it, fresh. So let me get some mozzarella here. And I'm just going to see if you can see what I'm doing. There we go. No, it's not going to stay flat for some reason. Just enough to coat the bread. And then I'm going to put it in the oven and let this all melt. And then take it out. And we're going to put our meatballs on. It's going to be delicious. So this will be about 10-15 minutes. Just keep an eye on it. Just wait for all the cheese to melt. Okay, it's about a little bit over 5 minutes. I pulled it out. I didn't want the bread to get too hard and toasty, so the cheese is melted. So now we have our yummy heated meatballs here. These meatballs are already heated up and cooked, so they don't need to cook in the oven at all. So I think I can fit, sorry, I'm trying to film and do this. I'm going to try and fit 2 or 3, well, I'm going to try and do 3 meatballs. And Pastina says 3 sounds good to her too, in each sandwich. And we'll see how that goes. I think 2 would be too skimpy to do. Yeah, Pastina says yes, it would be. And I think she wants a meatball. You want a meatball? You can't have a meatball. I wish I could give you one. She always knows when I'm cooking dinner because she sits here and stares at me and meows. She's the only cat I know that begs for food. You're like a doggy. Are you a doggy? So, we are not done yet. We are going to... Sorry, I cut myself off there. We are going to, you guessed it, put more mozzarella cheese, please. And then I let the people put their own Parmesan cheese on because some people want it, some people don't. So I am going to let them do that. Otherwise, I would sprinkle just some Parmesan cheese on top of this. Put it back in the oven, let it melt for a few more minutes, and then we got a fantastic, yummy dinner. So I will put this back in the oven, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Here it is. I just took it out of the oven. Look how yummy. I think 3 was just enough for this length of pieces of bread. And it might turn into an open face sandwich because I'm not sure how someone's going to eat this. It's pretty big. So anyways, and I put it back in for less than 5 minutes. It didn't take that long for the cheese to melt on top of the meatballs. And like I said, that the person will put on their own Parmesan cheese if they want any at all. And I hope you guys like this quick and easy Meatball Parm sub sandwich for game day, for dinner, for snacks, for lunch, however way you want it. So with that, I am out of here, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. By the way, I had all this extra butter and garlic. I think I made too much. So what I did was I'm toasting a couple more pieces in here of bread, just bread. I have a little thing of olive oil here. And, sorry, I keep hitting the power button for some strange reason. So anyways, I have my toasted garlic bread. I had some extra butter and stuff, so I got a little plate of extra virgin olive oil and some balsamic glaze. And that could be a nice little appy snack type thing for if you're having a dinner party or something. Maybe do these in a crostini kind of way where you slant the cutting or cut them in halves, so they're little bite-sized pieces that people can go ahead and dip it in here. Pastina, you are so rude. She wants to go outside. We have this nice deck that I have a little gate up over there, and she likes to go out and chill out. She sits on those chairs and, you know, hangs out, and it's a perfect day for it. It was raining a little bit before, but now she's out here. And that's another thing too, guys. We're getting a new grill finally soon, and I am going to be doing some more grilling recipes and videos. So if you guys want specific recipes or cooking tutorials on grilling for the summer, put a comment down below of what you want to see, and I will gladly do that for you. If it's something I haven't done already, or if you want to see it again, I'll be glad to do that. So definitely a lot more stuff coming this summer. I'm very excited, and so is Pastina, even though you can't tell. So I hope you guys have a good day.